Hey, good morning. Good morning. And this applause is for you starting out this morning. This applause is for you this morning. Hey, thank you and good morning. T.G.I.F. You applauding all. You're going to be applauded all morning. You applaud this whole live today. I want to say first, thank you. I removed my hat for courtesy. I just want to say shout out to my subscribers first. Thank you for the bonus. +8. We on our way. We already starting off the month, ain't even ended, and you already got me in the green. I appreciate you. The best yet remain to be seen. Hey, check this out. Congratulations to the Browns for the 11 picks we got last night. You know, had to represent. Go Browns. Go Browns. Go Browns. Hope that offense work out. Hope that work out for you. Hey, Seattle, people from Seattle, the ones got traded from Kansas City. We got some folks from Chi. We got some folks from. We're disappointed in but we're gonna get into that. I'm talking to somebody last night a little bit about the draft, and we'll get into that later on today. But I wanted to first tell you, thank God it's Friday, and the reason why you made it till Friday, because what? Read the necklace. Trust no one. You can't trust people in today's society without discernment. Okay? You made it through Friday because you had enough sense to know that if you stay focused, that you would make it. If you pace yourself, you make it till Friday. You made it through Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. You fast forward till Friday. So I wanted to say to you, check it out. You're going to make it. This applause, all this live is for you. You gave me 300. We're not even at month's end, and you got me +8. And I'm grateful for you today. Hey, check this out. I know some of you had a hard week, but you made it. Hey, I know that you had some opposition, but you made it. Hey, check this out. You've been on this journey with me for a long time. And I wanted to say to you today, I'm grateful. I'm humbled. I'm appreciative. I couldn't do it without you. I'm going to remain doing it the way that I do it because it's working. I told you 2 years ago, I'm very meticulous. I'm very calculated in the way I present and the way I do things. And the reason why, and I've always told you, I don't hide nothing. I'm very transparent. I tell you what I'm going to do before I do it. And I've told you that the tactics that I use, it always brings out the snakes. It always brings out the deceptive and always rules in my favor. Thanks be to the Almighty God. I'm thankful that each step of the way in this process, in this journey, the good Lord has allowed us another opportunity to do what we need to do to make it. And on this live, I was going to do a short, but normally on Fridays I always do a TGIF, to show you I appreciate you. But you guys did it a big one. You guys did a big one the month of April. You guys did a big one the month of April, and I want to say thank you. Let me tell you what you did. I asked you for 300. You gave me 308. So your day is going to be great because you gave me the +8, and I'm grateful for you. You say, well, how are you grateful? Well, if it wasn't for you taking time out your busy schedule, there would be no traveling revolutionist, aka the JDWick IV Movement. If it wasn't for people that took time out of their schedule to hear me holler and scream and call folks out, expose, tell some jokes, shuck and jive, keep it live, hey, I wouldn't be here. And I'm grateful. And I didn't have to trick you to do it. You did it on your own fruition. And I'm grateful for that. Hey, I want to say to you another thing, too. If you're a Browns fan, I hope you're excited I'm not going to say excited. I'm going to say I hope you're optimistic on what happened last night. We got 11 picks. I wasn't happy with all of them. I got a phone call that woke me up, and they told me, say, D, you watching the draft? And it slipped my mind. I was so tired from yesterday. I had so much to do. And, I had to do so much. And then some other things that came up I had to take care of. But, can I encourage you to just hold fast and stand true to what you believe in? Because if you don't stand up for something, you will fall for everything. That's a remix. I said, stand up for something, Because if you don't, you will fall for everything. And I said that, you say, remember, why you said it? Well, I said to say it like this. So many times it's Friday. I guess I can go ahead and give it to you. You know, uh, it's difficult. It is. It's a journey. Everybody has their own journey, right? But if you stick to your journey and stick to it, the reward is great. You know what I mean? I use spiritual cliches. I use different cliches. I use different things to get my message across. Uh, and the little things that I give you is what I've picked up along the way in this thing called life and experience. I told you time is the only currency that you spend that you never get change back. On this Friday, I want you to know that yesterday was a day that you didn't think you could make it. The day before was a day that you didn't think you could make it. The day before was a day that you think that you couldn't make it. And the day before that, you thought that you could never make it. But guess what? T.G.I.F. I threw a song at you. Remember I told you you can never take a person's gift and a talent away based on the bad deeds that they do. I played a song on the short this morning when I woke up. The first thing that came to my mind was R. Kelly. And I thought about when R. Kelly first came out. I remember when he was doing R. Kelly in public announcement before he went, real big with it. He would be in the subways in Chicago playing his keyboard. And the song that came to my mind this morning was Thank God It's Friday. And I know it's not nighttime, still dark. Remember I told you the other day, midnight, new day, still dark. Well, it's a new day. The sun ain't completely got up. It's coming though. It's coming. It's going to be daylight in a minute. So even if you're out of breath, when that sun come up, that strength going to hit you. Watch this. R. Kelly came out with a song, said, Thank God It's Friday night. You know what I'm talking about. On that same album, there was another song with Rance Allen called Trade In My Life. R. Kelly might have a questionable checker past. Doesn't negate the fact that the man has talent. He has gifts. Gifts come without what? Repentance. Is my life right with God? No. But I have gifts. And gifts sometimes come without repentance. And just because you have not been fully repentant doesn't mean that you shouldn't exercise your gift. And a lot of you that watch me have gifts. You have talents. If you listen to some of the shorts that I do, I'm promoting local artists. I'm promoting people that do covers of national artists. And I'm doing this because some people just give up and think, man, I don't have a shot at this. I can't do this. I don't know what I'm going to do and I'm nobody. But take your time out today and just be nice. Those that are they browse YouTube and Facebook and different things. Go into someone's page and share something that may be a little different for you, but that you've never shared before. Add a friend or send a friend request to someone that, you might give them that boost to let them know, hey, I can make it another day. Don't be selfish with your gift. Spread the gift of love. Spread your talent because you never know who you might be helping. Someone said to me last weekend, said, D, you know what, man? I was really frustrated. I'm just being transparent as always, if that's okay. They said, D, you don't know who you really helping, man. You be saying some real crazy stuff sometimes, but when you bold enough to put it out there and you don't know who you helping. I told somebody, I said, I don't do it for myself. I really do it to help someone else because in the end, it does help me. What does it help me do? It helps me stay encouraged. It helps me continue to fight knowing that the methods and antics that I use are being effective. They're being effective. Those that just logged in and popped out, the applause is for you the whole live because I'm thankful that you got me over the hump. You heard that song? You got to get over the hump. You got to get over the hump. Hey, you got to get over the hump. Hey, you got over it. Hump day Wednesday, 2 day, listen, Wednesday plus 2, Friday. So you got over hump day, you got over thirsty Thursday, now you're over Freedom Friday. Thank God it's Friday. And you here. Hey, you are here looking at me on Friday. Whether it's anonymous, whether it's a public view, comments are off this morning because I really wanted to convey this message to you to encourage you that just because it looks weird, just because the window's smeared, just because you shed many tears, doesn't mean that your victory isn't near. And I'm here to tell you that you don't have to fake it to make it. All you got to do is put your best foot forward and keep doing it. Keep doing it. I told you, pursue, right? Recover all, right? And that without fail. I told you at the beginning of the broadcast this morning, trust no one. And the reason why you don't trust no one is when you don't have discernment. You have to have enough discernment to be able to trust. You hear what I'm saying? Just because you put your hand out don't always mean you're going to get a handshake. You might get bit by a snake. So a lot of things that I do, a lot of things that I say, some are metaphoric, some are literal, some are just figuratively. But at the end of the day, I hope it's helpful to you. I wanted to spend this few minutes to you this morning to encourage you and to say thank you. I promise you I'll let this applause play. I got some of my equipment and stuff hooked up today. I had my box hooked up completely wrong. So, I always had my sound effects and stuff playing, when I first started, and then I messed some wires up, and then with the split up and everything like that, I misplaced some stuff. So, I got some stuff hooked back together. So my sound effects is wired back from my phone, my sound, sound, sound box, sound card, and my TV and everything like that, so that I could talk to you and not have to worry about stopping my live, going to a short with some music. I can do both, as long as I put the description in for the copyright. And I just wanted to say, man, I'm happy. I'm happy that someone woke up this morning and made it. I'm happy that someone didn't hit the cooling board. I'm happy that someone's bullet that was aimed for them missed them today. I'm glad for you. Thank you for coming in to see me today. Thank you for that bonus 8. Thank you for what you've done. Thank you for allowing me to go through this journey. It's nowhere near over. I want you to know that when I come on and I'm emotional and I'm passionate, those are not what I would say put on. Those are real raw emotions. The language is not filtered. The language is unfiltered. And I'm going to be bold with it. Because what happens is when the light shines on darkness, darkness dissipates, people's eyes become open. And what happens is people don't perish because of money. People perish because of lack of knowledge. And as long as the good Lord gives me a mouth and this platform to continue to do this to you free of charge, that I'm going to do the little bit that I've been doing to help this world be a better place. I told someone about 20 years ago that my goal was to change the world. And that is my goal, to change the world. I'm glad that the good Lord allowed me just to be a tiny instrument, just a tiny instrument, because I'm nobody, trying to just be somebody to help anybody find a way. Shout out to the Williams brothers. I just wanted to do that. I wanted to be there for you. I wanted to find something that I can do positive and constructive rather than being an old school crash out dummy and going out doing stupid shit. I wanted to be positive, but in a forceful way, in a different way, in a way that you've never seen before, in a process in which you've never experienced before. I wanted to do that for you, and I do it from the bottom of my heart. I appreciate you. I got some big things coming up soon. It was with the youngins say no cap. I'm going to be coming against this governor here real soon. I got some paperwork and stuff getting together. I got some people working on my other platforms, actively doing my legal expense drive. I'm not going to do it here, but I'm not going to even give you the link. I got people handling that for me, but I got a full-fledged active legal defense drive. So when I go into this federal courthouse, I can face Governor DeWine with a good defense, and I can face the state dental board with a good defense. And I'm hopefully and pray that the good Lord will allow me to get and go after the estate of Dr. Donald F. Bowen and associates and his personal assets. It is my goal to continue to expose the 2 family members in that federal court system that were complicit in hiding documents and withholding evidence that could have prevented me from being into a situation to where people thought that I was just nuts and I was just a failure. I know that Philippians 4:16 is still right. He that begunneth a good work in me shall perform unto the day of Jesus Christ. And although I'm not saved and fastly going to the grave, I'm still going to keep my head up and fight. Why? I'm not just doing it for me. I got offspring, grandchildren. My days are numbered. The sun is coming down on me, but I have grandchildren that when I leave off the scene, I don't want to leave them a whole bunch of lip service. I want to leave them not only hope, but I want to leave them some evidentiary trails of truth and substance so they don't have to go through what I went through. I got 2 grandchildren that'll be teenagers this coming year. I got 1 to 7. I got 2 more in Guernsey County. Never seen those grandchildren. That's still my DNA. And I'm about building a legacy. And you can't build legacy being messy. The spoils of my youth, those days are over. Those days are over now. I got to think about the future. I got to think about the next generation. I got to think about the other young men and women that may be aspiring to do some things to get them to the next level. These are the things that I have to do to continue to be upright, to continue to do the things that I need to do to make Ohioans more comfortable with going out expressing themselves. I don't know if this is if you would call it being a trailblazer, but I don't know too many black and browns that represent the Republican Party that's bold enough to go against the establishment, that's bold enough to go against the status quo. Don't get it twisted. Don't get this. I have an 8th grade education, so I can never be a Tom or a sellout when it comes to education or collegiate activities or academia. What I'm saying to you is that I'm a black man and I have rights. And regardless of my past, it definitely didn't predict my future. Never have I been a pushover since I've been an adult. And I'm not going to start now. I don't feel no ways tired. I'm encouraged. I'm motivated. I feel good. I might not look as good as I did in some of these throwback pictures I ran across last night, but I posted them in the short just to let you know the transformation on, how the good Lord has brought me through. I finally found some pictures where I was laid up in the hospital bed just back in 2020, 22 and 23. Mouth full of infection, mouth just all jacked up. I was looking at, I ran across an old, I don't want to call it a diary, but I had a journal, and I was keeping notes on when I first lost my teeth. When I lost the gold in my mouth, I got real depressed because that gold that was in my mouth meant something to me, and I had to get rid of all my gold. I convinced my then wife to get rid of her gold, and we went silver. And those are just steps of my journey that I've overcome. And the good book said you overcome by the word of your testimony. Not only by your testimony, but it needs to be a testimony of evidence that the world can see. And you have witnessed the transformation from me being an emotional crash out 3 years ago, and then going through all the antics, going through all the different ways of dealing with my journey and how I've come out. And it's all because of you. Eddie Kendrick came out with a song. He said, I did it all for you. And I just want to say thank you, Ohio. Thank you, even those that are in surrounding states. Thank you for those that are outside the United States that come into my chat, Denmark, Poland, Germany, different places that come in and say hi. I appreciate that because you have other platforms that probably have more to offer. But I'm glad that you take the time out to come and see me. You could very well be on your way to work and say, you know what, F that dude. He talked too loud. He too drunk. But guess what? You see through and you see the transparency, you see the honesty, you see the consistency. And that is why those that have come in and continue to like, they've continued to share, they continue to subscribe because they see beyond the antic and they see the mission. They see the vision in which I'm trying to do some things and get some things accomplished. See, once I got everything together, then I began to set the net and leak paperwork out little by little. And then I entrap people by documentation out of their own mouth, by their own typings. So when I do go to the federal court, I got all the evidence I need. It's really not going to be a tough fight. But representing myself will be a real hard task in the federal court system. So uh, those that do follow me and those that have reached out and inboxed me and asked what could they do for me, you can really do nothing for me on this channel. This is nonprofit. I do have other platforms that people are actively working on my legal defense fund. And we will be going to this federal courthouse, and Richard Michael DeWine is going to have to face Judgment Day. Do that. And I'm just glad about it. I'm happy. I'm excited. Sometime I told you, sometimes you got to regroup, revamp, reinvest, redo everything. And if you got to do that a million times, at least you'll be one of the ones that made it. Millions could have, but I'm glad I'm one of the ones who did. And I'm glad I'm making it. I'm not faking it. I'm making it. And I'm glad about it. I'm happy about it. You know, the discernment, the dedication, you know, the tears, the tiredness, the hospital visit, the hospital stays, you know, the betrayal, all of it. I'm grateful for it because it did nothing but make me a better person. It did nothing but give me more fuel and more energy to keep this journey going. And I'm grateful for you. I'm grateful for you. We at 21. I told you the fun has just begun. I'm happy for you. I'm grateful for you. I appreciate you. I love you, you, and even you. Red and yellow, black and white. We are all precious in His sight. But I'm really focusing on our black and browns because we have to stop being clowns and get down to business. Because if we're not in business, we damn sure need to take down our sign. But guess what? It's Friday. And I'm not going to fuss at you. I'm going to tell you. T.G.I.F. You're not deaf. You hearing me, Brother D. And I want you to be free. Can you continue to like, share, and subscribe? Thank you for the 300. Thank you for the +8. That's a bonus. I'm excited about that. You know, I'm not excited about that draft last night, though. I'm gonna keep it real. I ain't excited about that. But I'm still gonna represent, you know, Cleveland. I'm gonna do what I gotta do. I put my hat on. I'm gonna end this live and throw my 50 back on. You know, I appreciate the Brown with these little 11 picks, you know, and everything like that. You know, if I had some hair, it'd fit a little tighter. But you know, I've been going this ball because I ain't trying to walk around and keep looking like George Jefferson. You hear what I'm saying? So, hey, like, share, subscribe. Thank you for stopping in today. It's Friday. It's Friday. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. You know, I want you to keep going out, be good, do what you got to do. You know, you're going to make it. And just keep your head up. We're going to throw some shorts on in a minute. Keep up with me and play a little music. We're going to celebrate today. We're going to have a good Friday. I got a noonday. Well, I might not do a noonday. You know how I do. I'll say noon and come on at 10. So I'm going to come back today because I want to. Somebody inboxed me last night and asked me was I going to talk about the hot topic I was supposed to talk about yesterday, and I'll talk about that this morning. It is Friday, and we've made some more momentum, and I think it's about that time that we deal with that issue about Miss Lee Denise Jane Babbitt and her family. I think it's time we talk about that. Uh, my father-in-law was raping my daughter, and a lot of my families had allowed people to go out and spread that I was a pedophile, and the whole time was my father-in-law. Never had a history of messing with kids. I've been a president of several youth departments, ran youth programs, never had any issues, still do for the youth to this day, still do back to school drives, still feed the homeless, still do Christmas baskets, still feed people for Thanksgiving. People say, how do you do all that, fam, bro? Man, it's grace, it's favor. You hear what I'm saying? You know, I'm going to tell you this story real quick. I've always managed to accomplish things with less than the people that are educated to do it. I've always been a go-getter. I've always went against the opposition. I've always went against the norm, and I've always been the one to come out on top. You know, even in spite of my fuck-ups. I'm a favorite man. You know, I don't know how I was able to take care of Lyndon over on Cleveland 12 when I was the hood pastor. That was my name over there out in Cleveland 12 when I pastored my church. And I don't know how I was able to take care of that community. I don't know how. I didn't have a big church. I didn't have a large membership. I I can't even count. That's how small it was. But we had the baddest music department in the North End for the size church that we had. We had quality equipment. We had quality people that, so the people that were in place, they were mission minded, and we took care of that community. And we didn't, at the Rob play games with nobody. A lot of money came out of my own pocket. A lot of people just poured out and donated. I know a lot of people don't like Walmart, but Walmart came through for us several times. One of the managers up there at Easton gave to the church all kind of book bags and school supply, and we didn't have to produce none of our paperwork. Our name was getting through the algorithm just through the city, and people knew that if you came to 1501 and you had a need, it was going to be met. I didn't care if we had a family. I'm just going to share some stuff, the kind of stuff that I do that makes me different than the average man. We had a young man that was in our congregation, and I won't call it a mistake. He was out, laying pipe, shacking with a girl, but he had a gift, and I loved him. He was genuine. He was a street YN, but I loved him, and the boy was bad. He had a baby. The young lady was pregnant, and the Lord just laid on my heart, hey, we need to do something for these young people. We don't want to push them away. We need to do something for these young people. And one of the members called me and said, ABCXYZ, the next Sunday they came to church. That member had brought in all kind of baby stuff for that those young people. See, we can't be pushing folk away because everybody ain't making mistakes. Some stuff people do stuff because they got just different issues. But instead of pushing them away, you got to draw them in with love and kindness, and you got to get on their level, right? We didn't have people coming in on Cleveland in 12, and they dressed nice, but we wasn't coming in there in rhinestones and big hats and things like that. We had services, special services, yeah, but we on Cleveland in 12. We came in sometime, there'd be gunshots going all around. I'm talking about the old Windsor Terrace area. That's where we was at just 3 years ago. And we did for the community. We didn't talk about it, we did it. You know what I mean? We didn't leave in a bad way where the neighborhood, I can go to Cleveland in 12 right now, and people recognize me. Some of the dope boys, the street pharmacists, they would see me. Hood pastor. Walk up there and put money in my hand, or walk into the put it in the plate. I would always get to church an hour early, clean up, and make sure that when we had special guests, we fed the people. We didn't raise money and say, hey, we got to feed the people today. We didn't have cooks. I had the food catered in. Good food. Hear me? So I'm not a guy that just be out here just doing lip service. I'm actually doing it. I don't know how the Lord stretches my finances, and that's why he blesses me the way he do. That's why he didn't allow me to be in the street still. It's Friday. He didn't allow me to do that. He allowed me to continue to keep this fight going. And believe it or not, these lives gain confidence of some very important people. I'm telling you, if you hang in there, excuse me, I get emotional every time I talk about it. I don't know why good Lord love me so much. Because I ain't shit. I'm just a piece of dirt. And that man spends a block on me every time. Whew. This journey has allowed me to touch some people. If people didn't ask to be anonymous, man, I can show you emails. People have reached out and touched me in a way I never thought that this journey would lead me to. And I just want to say thank you. I mean that. I mean that. Don't give up. Don't give up. Because like I told you, everybody not hanging on a string. Some hanging on air. And about operate in error, I'm going to lead somebody astray. So thank you for accepting me for who I am. Thank you for receiving what I have to offer to you. And thank you for being there for me. I appreciate you. I do. Appreciate you. Life is a vapor. Life is a vapor. But if you give up at the wrong time, you can't give up at all, but if you give up at the wrong time, you don't know who's watching you. I just told you, if I could just show you emails, if people wasn't anonymous, I can show you emails of people's lives I've touched, that have reached out and done some things for me I never thought people would do. I'm not talking about the average citizen walking around. I'm talking about some important people have been watching me for a long time. And I refuse to give up. And look where we at. Look where we at. We 10 years strong. Didn't have to con nobody. Ain't dropped dead. Ain't had to backtrack no statements. Ain't had to get on and cut nobody's throat to get to the top. And I don't even consider myself at the top. I don't even consider myself in the middle because I'm still climbing. I'm still striving. I'm a work in progress. And I thank you. I don't want to get too emotional. My bag of water. Anybody know me, follow me for years. I'll drop tears in a minute. And they're real. I just promise you. If you just hang in there, don't give up. It's Friday. It's Friday. It's Friday. It's Friday. So keep doing what you're doing. Okay? Keep pursuing. Take all. Recover all. And do it without fail. Help me, somebody. But don't trust nobody. You got to get discernment. Get some discernment. Quit trusting everybody. Quit looking for you and other people. Because what happens is you set yourself up for failure every time. I'm closing with this. Stand up for something because you'll fall for everything. Hey, I'm Brother D Fam. That's who the hell I am. And I'm here to stay. Is that okay? I love you. You and even you. Red and yellow, black and white. We're all precious in His sight. Black and brown, don't be a clown. Get down with the get down. And that's Brother D Fam, aka the JDWick IV Movement. And we moving strong. Come along. Peace out. I'm out this motherfucker.